Awesome, awesome music. Makes you really feel vibrant. Nothing like some good violin and a nice hot beat too, right? Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lawrence Young. I'm out of Detroit, Michigan. I am a chairman, 50 leader with the baddest company on the planet, iMarkets Live, and I couldn't be more proud to put this call together. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you guys something. I've been involved with this company for going on about almost 27 months now. And when I tell you to be able to have this call today just brings me so much joy, because the gentleman I'm going to bring on this call today really was a spark that our company really needed to take us, you know, to the next level. And what I mean by that is, you know, Mr. Adams, you know, he and his lovely fiance, man, got a chance to really know them and have a lot of fun throughout the events we've taken with iMarkets Live. And, you know, when he stepped up to the plate, say, listen, I want to take everything I know, all the knowledge I've learned from this trading space, and be able to be in a position where I can actually share this information with the masses and then develop something where it's as simple as pressing copy and paste. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not get any easier. And I think the reason why iMarkets Live is what it is today is because of this young man I'm about to bring aboard this particular call here. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do real quick is tell you, take some copious notes. We put this call together because some people have some confusions when it comes to SwipeTrades. Some people may not understand how to use it. So Justin and I just want to collaborate, give you guys some good gold nuggets. This call is going to be recorded. We know it's at max out capacity, but we will get this link out to each and every one of you guys to share with your respective teams. So what I'm going to do real quick is bring on my awesome friend and just awesome business partner, Mr. Justin Adams. Mr. Justin Adams, are you on the call, my friend?
I am here. Can you see me?
Let's see here. Where you at there, buddy?
I can see me. I'm live.
Let me see here. Justin Adams, there you go. Make yourself the spotlight video. Mr. Adams, hold on a second. Let me find you here. Spotlight. Make yourself the spotlight video on that, Justin. You could.
Hold on.
I keep trying to click it, but it's not going through. But ladies, I'm really excited to get this information, you know, to you guys tonight. And again, we want to bring on our awesome partner, an awesome friend, and a person who's going to really go out there and share this information with a lot of people. Mr. Justin Adams. Justin, are you on the line, sir? Just put the video on spotlight.
Yeah. I'm here. Awesome. Good stuff, guys. Yeah, well, Lawrence, just real quick, it says cancel the spotlight video, but it's not showing me on here. Hold on real quick.
There you go. There you go, Mr. GQ himself.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, guys? Yo, guys, welcome for your guys' time. Obviously, this call was maxed out before I think 8 o'clock even hit, Lawrence, which is absolutely crazy. Yes. Usually we're on the corporate one, which can fit a lot more people, but it's what it is. We're going to get this recorded and get out to you guys. Guys, I'm going to be coming out with a lot more content, videos, and doing a whole SwipeTrades, you know, basically an academy of step-by-step simplicity to the key, so it's going to be duplicatable for you and your guys' teams. But guys, yes, pleasure to be here on this call on this beautiful Tuesday night, 8:04 p.m. I decided to do this call with Lawrence because I want to keep giving back to you guys, the people, the users. You know, there's a lot of questions that come about, like simple stuff like, how do I take profits here? How do I maximize this? The thing is that the platform is working. It's just that you need to, you know, I want to help people maximize the whole entire platform, because we are, you know, on point with things for the most part, and so on and so forth. So I want to make it fun, guys. If you have questions, just post it in the chat. I'll get to them. I'll scroll through this. But Lawrence, pleasure, you know, to be acquainted with you and your lovely wife and stuff. You know, I know we've done events since the beginning. I mean, even last year with that first event in Dallas and stuff. So it's been real fun. It's been a good ride, guys. But we're just here at the beginning. But you got to realize, like, here in 2018 is just the beginning. We're just now getting into momentum. So you're here at the right place, the right time with the right people, and I'm blessed to be on this call with Lawrence's and you guys' teams. With that being said, guys, yeah, thanks for the introduction, guys. SwipeTrades was pretty much, you know, created to help you guys, to help the people. A couple years ago, you know, Jason Brown, I went to Jason Brown. I was at a sales job, you know, kind of doing the thing, 9-to-5 life, and, you know, kind of succumbing to that. And I went to Jason. I was like, hey, what are you doing? He was already in the industry with the previous company. And he was like, hey man, I'm looking at this other company and you know, it's based around Forex and stuff. I was like, cool, I know about Forex. I didn't think it worked, but I just got on a call with Christopher Terry and the rest was history. Me and Jason, you know, we signed up at the same time, believe it or not. And then he kind of took the route of, you know, the networking side, and I took the route of trading. Because I saw the reality in trading. Like, man, if I can really learn the skill set, it was actually the harmonic scanner that brought me to really get into trading and to learn the skill. Because I don't know, I saw the scanner and I popped the trade and I made 20 bucks in like 20 minutes. I was like, whoa, this thing can work if I can really know when to find these precise entries, so on and so forth. So I just disappeared. I disappeared for months and months and months. I just went trading and studying and back testing and blowing accounts and doing this and that. But rest assured, a couple months later, I wanted to start providing value to people, because at that point in time, I was becoming consistent here and there, you know, winning these trades, winning most of my trades. And I just wanted to kind of like, you know, help my team out. So I started a Telegram. Most of you guys know are on the Telegram channel of some sort now. But back then, Telegram was just kind of getting out and about to the mainstream. And I decided to do a channel. And it grew from like 20 people, and it started growing and growing. It was like 100 people, then it was like 1,000 people, and you know, people were winning. It grew to like 2,000, and it's like 3,000. And you know, Jason Brown and Brandon Boyd, who I didn't know at that time, I knew of him, but he kind of got a hold of it and told his whole team, and it grew to like 8,000, 10,000. Like now it's like 15,000 people all across the world were getting these alerts through Telegram, you know, buy this, sell this, these trade ideas, these analysis, so on and so forth. And it got fun in there. It got real fun in there. But rest assured, you know, it caught the attention of our wonderful, wonderful CEO, Christopher Terry. And, you know, pretty much he developed this concept of, you know, swipe trades, where you can swipe to this side to accept the trade, or if you don't like the trade from that trader, you can decline a trade. And, you know, I've been blessed and privileged to be put in a position to kind of launch that platform in January of last year. And since then, it's now been about 13 months since launching SwipeTrades. We have well over 30,000 users using this product all across the world, and people winning day after day, week after week. So guys, with that being said, I kind of just want to make this a Q&A. I'm going to go on here and I see your guys' questions. All right, cool. So apparently I can't share my screen on this phone because this laptop isn't up to date or whatever, but we're going to do things and we're going to answer them the way that I want to answer them. So guys, real quick, I'm actually going to share my screen, and I'm going to go here just like this. And we're gonna get into some trading a little bit. Does that sound cool to you guys? And let me just give me some time here. I can get the chat up here, more and chat. Cool, so let me go through this. Why is it maxed out at 200? I don't know. How do we maximize the profit in swipe trade? And when do we know when to close to minimize loss and max gain? Into star nor. Very good question, guys. So first question of the night, how do we maximize the profit in swipe trades? Well, we like giving the updates for a reason. How to maximize the profit is because if we look on the chart here, and this is a daily chart, so if we go to like a lower time frame, you can obviously see if we sold at this point up top in here, right? And we sold this and we want to maximize the profit, the market can always do what? It can always turn on us at certain points in time. We can't predict the market too far in the future. So what we like to do is we send updates when a target is hit. And we usually say, solidify a partial position. So for those of you who want to know how to maximize the profits on swipe trades, just understand that you should follow the updates and the alerts to the exact bit. Move those stop losses down, the proper stop loss when it says to do it at that price. You know, solidify partial profits. And it doesn't matter, like we get the question too, like how much profit should I take? Well, I can't take a partial profit. How do I do that? It's very simple, guys. So we're gonna hold, when you go to your MetaTrader app, and for those of you who have your phone handy, go to your MetaTrader 4 app. Position may or may not be open, but just remember this. I'm gonna get the step-by-step here, and I'll type it out for you guys, and I'll keep it up on the screen. Solidifying partial profits. Right? So step one is you swipe the trade, the actual like trade, like the position, swipe the position on MT4 to the left. Then number two, you're gonna click the check mark. Oops, sorry, check mark. Right? Number three, it's gonna come up with a screen. In the top center of the screen is your original position size, whatever you put in there. So how to solidify, all you do is you type in a lower position size than your current, right? And then 5, if at a 0.01, can always just close the trade, because at 0.01 is the lowest you can go. You obviously can't take a partial profit if you're at a 0.01. You can always just close the trade or as you see fit. So I'm going to keep this right here for you guys, because that's one of the biggest questions that I kind of wanted to answer. And let me maximize this here, just like this, so you guys can get that. Cool. But yeah, guys, maximizing the profits, it's up to you. It's up to your discretion whether you want to kind of, you know, take the profits or not. If you have a percentage goal, that's a good thing to have in mind. Is like a percentage goal, like I want to gain 3% a day or 5% a day or 10% a day, whatever it is. Like if an update comes out and it says update here, solidify profit here, then feel free. If you want to close the entire trade, you can close the entire trade. If you're going to sleep and you don't want it to reverse at night, or you see like, oh, man, I'm up $100 and I want to go to bed, but I don't want it to hit the stop profit and only get $10 or $20, and close the trade out and wait for the next alert to come out, guys. There's always alerts coming and coming and coming. So that's how I would maximize the profits. I mean, for myself, you know, I don't need to do it, but I just took like a small account to show the power of the product. I deposited $1,000 like about 2-3 weeks ago, and it's already close to 2,000, just following proper risk management and solidifying and maximizing the profits just like that. Whenever an update comes out, close a partial position, move the stop loss. It's all about risk-free trading. So thanks for you guys' time, guys. Thanks for your guys' time. You guys are obviously here on a Tuesday night wanting to learn more. Some come without the time frame. What is a safe time frame? So Josie, to everyone at 804, you sent this. Time frame doesn't really matter. We send a time frame just because it's a field we have to put in, and it's what the analysis is based on. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of notes on the screen if that's cool with you guys. Be dope. And again, guys, if this is too fast, whatever, we're recording this, and I'm also doing an Academy course. Each video is going to be about 5 or so minutes long, just step by step, answering most of these questions that you guys do have. So what was that one? Coming at the time frame. So time frame is what the analysis was done on. So just a keynote, 1 hour is quick. It's quicker. Then you have the 4 hour. It's kind of a little slower. And then you have your daily, which are basically like swings, and they take longer, right? What does that mean? So if you see like a 1 hour setup and you see the take profit 1, take profit 2, it's most likely an intraday setup, which means 1 hour, it's mostly to get to those take profits quicker. When you see a 4 hour, it's most likely slower, so you might have to, you know, it might hit the targets the next day or, you know, 2 days from now. And then obviously your daily are the swing trades, which could take a couple days to a week, or it could take 1 day based on news. It's kind of hard to say, but you know, just that's a nice little thing to look at the time frames. And then you don't need to pay attention to time frames when we do send an update. Sometimes you see like 30-minute on an update that says like profits. You don't need to pay attention to that. So what's the Telegram name? I changed it now to my IML TV name, but I think it's t.me/IML TV, the trade room, because I do teach on IML TV Tuesdays and Thursdays nights. I'll be live on there in about 45 minutes as well. Is there a way to automatically send stop loss, entry, take profits to MT4 mobile once you have identified and want to bid on the swipe trade? There's no way to automatically do it. I mean, it's due diligence, putting the work in. It's a good practice tool as well. So we give you literally every single thing that you guys need: entry, stop loss, take profit. Everything you guys need is there. Just take it step by step. All you got to do is go back and forth. I'm going back and forth, back and forth. Look at my swipe trade. Entries what? Boom. All right, what's the pair? Boom. Go to my MetaTrader 4. Boom. I type in that order, so on and so forth, which is going to get into this next question. I think there's something on limits and stuff like that we'll get into. It says SwipeTrade has 3 take profits. I enter 3 trades, each with 1 take profit and right risk management. What do I do when an update comes saying 4 take profit added? My 3 trades hit or take profit, but then just jump into market execution? No. Don't do that. Just take the profit. You don't need to run it to take profit 4. That only happens so randomly. I know I did it like last week or a week ago. It was like the first time in a long time. But we usually keep to 3 targets, so no need to worry on that. One other thing I do want to touch on, guys, is like if you're going to enter 3 trades, like you have to follow the risk management. Like if it says 0.03 is a 1% risk on a $1,000 account, and you only want to risk 1%, then that means I got to do 3 positions at what? 0.01. I have to do it. If I only want to risk 1% of my account, I have to do 0.01 in each one. It's not 0.03 for each of the 3 positions, because then it's a 0.09 total. You got to think total. Each position accounts for that total, guys. So my recommendation for when you guys see 3 take profits, I usually enter 1 or 2 max. I don't even do 3. I always set 1. I'll do it in half of the total position size on the risk I want to do. And then the first one, I'll put take profit 1 just on that one. And then I'll set my second one, another half of the risk, and I'll just let that ride and, you know, move to stop loss and take partials from that one and do it that way. Says SwipeTrade, all right, cool. Can different brokers have a different price? Yes, obviously it depends. It could be micro pips. It could be 2-3 pips difference. So just be cautious of that. Like if you're finding your limits aren't hitting, but they're hitting on our end, then just move your positions, you know, accordingly, 1 or 2 pips below or above, so on and so forth. Can't the Zoom room be enlarged for more participants to join in? A lot of my team members can't join. Jana Leroux Johnson, I hope I said that right, but we're recording this, so we're going to get the recording out as soon as possible for all you guys here. When pasting, is there an easy way to clear contents of box without delete, etc. before paste? I do not believe so. That's a MetaTrader 4 thing. Can't get audio from here, but that's a MetaTrader 4 thing where when you tap on the screen, you have to delete it and you have to type in a new price or click paste. Can you guys hear me? Just post in the chat if you can hear me. Keep posting questions, guys. Like there's 200 of you guys on here. I know you guys got more questions. So let's keep it going. And then we'll get into some stuff here, stuff I'm looking at in the market. I am a new to SwipeTrade, but it seems there are more SwipeTrades during the New York session. Do you have traders trading the London and New York sessions? Yes, we do. There's some alerts last night came through during London session. So we're trading around the clock, mostly like midday. Like if you're on Eastern Standard Time, that midday time frame is kind of like you get in New York and you let it roll for the day. And then you look at the charts during this time, Tokyo, Sydney session, and then you start activating them during Monday and so on and so forth. So we're trading all day long. Yeah, we have a guy in Australia, trader, and he's usually up for London and stuff too. Yes, you can hear me. All right, cool. Answer my question, thanks. I'm wondering if SwipeTrades can have audible notification. Mine are silent, not sure if it's just me. I believe they're not silent. You might have to take your phone off mute. Like you might have to take it off the vibrate, or go into your settings. Go into your settings and change that. And then also, if that doesn't work, you can obviously log out of the app and log back in. It's a simple troubleshoot. So to troubleshoot the app, right here. So troubleshoot app, you can obviously log out and then log back in. Cool. You just said let 2, put 1, and let it ride. Should we let the second position ride to take profit 3? It depends. This whole thing is about, you know, that's why we always still recommend to go to the IMO Academy and learn the basics. Because at the end of the day, the market's the market. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, and it goes down. No matter what the analysis is, news can drive things to go crazy, or some type of event can make the news go crazy. Like if you see here, like the USD CAD went up, and then boom, what's it do? It goes straight down. So like that impulse could have faked a lot of people out. Let's say if we were in this and we got faked out, like you got to hit take profit 1. It doesn't matter. Just take the profit when you see fit. Like you don't need to ride it all the way to take profit 3 if you don't want to. If you're happy with the profit that you have, when I take it off the table, just take it off the table. Can you demo the app itself, like how to switch between trades, etc.? You can do demo. I'd recommend demo for your first 2 weeks to 4 weeks doing demo. Should we let the second position write it? No. Okay, so answer that. Should you enter a swipe trade if you miss a SwipeTrades alert? For example, 20 minutes late if it's an hour or 4 hour. All right, here's where we can get kind of tricky. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up with a rule like the 30-minute to 1 hour rule. If you guys look to your phone right now here, you guys look to your phone, you can see signal time. It'll say signal time. So signal time, I'm placing a 30-minute to 1 hour rule. If you see a trade alert come through and it's been past 30 minutes to an hour, you gotta go and check if that price has been hit yet. You gotta go and see if that's active. Like, let's say an update comes through, USD CAD, we sell USD CAD, and it happens an hour ago. And then you see the first alert will be an update for USD CAD. Obviously that trade already hit and started moving. So just don't enter the trade. It's better to not, it's better to, you know, just not enter the trade and face some drawdown, so on and so forth. So I'm giving like a 30-minute, 1 hour rule. I'd suggest, you know, looking at the signal time, if you can, it takes maybe all of 30 seconds to copy and paste information. As soon as the alert comes in, I understand people got work, people got things to do, you know, so on and so forth. But, you know, if you miss it, don't worry. There's more alerts coming. And, you know, just don't get greedy and try to get I got to get every single one. Yes, is it recommended? Obviously, but at the end of the day, all of us got our lives and stuff to attend to and stuff. So we can't obviously catch every single one. So don't stress yourself. Make trading fun. That's the biggest thing I say, is make it trade fun. Should you enter? Okay, cool. Anytime you use SwipeTrades, I'm hardly in profits. Why is that, please? Stephs, it depends on when you're entering. Maybe you're entering late. Maybe you're not setting the right parameters or doing execution to set up limits and stuff. Not too sure, but we've been profiting a lot lately and winning a lot of trades. So can I enter a buy and sell on the same currency pairs? Janella, yes, you can. It's called hedging. Is it recommended? Coming from a trader standpoint, it's not recommended. So I wouldn't do that just to protect yourself. Can you do a practical demonstration of the swipe trade, take partial profit and move stop loss, please? Yes, we did that in the beginning of this call. Very, very simple. Practical demonstration. I'm not sure if I can share my phone because I have to update something, because usually I can share my screen on here, which is how I'm going to do the videos, the SwipeTrades Academy course. But apparently it's not letting me when I first got on here. It's not letting me for some reason. So I'm trying to explain to you guys how to do that very simply. I'll go over it one more time since we got some time here. So when you're solidifying partial profits, right? Solidify partial profits. It's very simple. So I go to my MetaTrader 4 app, right? And then let's just see what it is here. MetaTrader 4 app. And then I have a trade and profit. So you basically swipe to the left your position that's open on the main screen. So when I swipe to the left, I'm going to tap the check mark. Tap, not TP. Tap the check mark, right? Then I'm going to see a screen. On that screen, in the top center, is my original position size. So all I do is I type in a lower amount and then I click close. There's also a stop loss screen, so I re-type new stop loss in the stop loss portion. It's also literally on the same screen, you see it. And you just click close, and that's how to take partial profits. I'll keep that up for you guys right there. Just do something real quick. Cool. So you guys can still see that. Where is the recording? I've missed out so much. Oh, the recording will be posted up shortly, guys. No worries. Me and Lawrence will get it out to everybody. The more content there is on this, the more, you know, everybody starts winning and taking advantage of, you know, this wonderful SwipeTrades platform. My SwipeTrades would show the proper signal time, always showed 1 second ago, so I could take those decisions for copy paste and had to close the account. Sylvia, I don't understand the question. My strike page was showed a proper signal time. Always show 1 second go. I'm not sure. Maybe try deleting the app and reinstalling it again. So, there we go. Tamara said recording will be posted on IMO Elite tonight. Perfect.
Justin, when will the Academy be out for the SwipeTrades?
I've been working on it, so I'd say within the next week or two. I think it takes time to upload to the site, but I'm going to upload it to my YouTube as well first, and then we'll get it integrated into the website and stuff like that.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a good tool for everybody to use. So it'll be nice. SwipeTrades is awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Could you explain how solidifying profit works? What lot size is left after close? Rod Wayne, that's a good question. It depends on how much you want to do. I have a video on risk management. I kind of want to go over with you guys a little bit. Some brown raised hand, cool. But basically, like, let's say you had a 0.10. Like say I took this trade, right? And I'm just going to go like here. Guys, I'm going to minimize this real quick here. So let's say I sell here, short position. So we sold USD CAD here, right? And my target was 80 pips. Let's say take profit one was just 80 pips. My stop loss was here, and let's say I did a 0.01. Right here, 0.10, my bad. 0.10, original size. So if I want to solidify a profit position, and this goes 80 pips, that obviously means I'm up, what, around $80 on this trade. So I'm $80 in profit. It's honestly your discretion what you want to take out. If you want to close all of it, if you want to do half of it, if you want to do more than half of it, it's up to you what you want to do. Or, let's say SwipeTrades, sometimes I'll say, I will do this. Sometimes I'll say, close 50% of your positions. All right, so I close 50%. So if I have a 0.10, what's 50% of 0.10? So 50% is, 0.05. So all I do in this step right here, when I type in the lower amount, I just delete the 0.10 and I type in a 0.05 and I'd hit close. So that means I close 0.05 and now I still have 0.05 running risk-free on the table. Good stuff, guys. Let's see. Will there be more SwipeTrades alerts going out in the future? Yes, there's always SwipeTrades alerts coming out, always. What's your YouTube channel name? It's youtube.com/JAdamsInvestments, same as the SwipeTrades name.
Hey, Justin, you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
So you get some of the people who join and they say, oh, but SwipeTrades is having this, or it's, it's not working for me. But can you actually go back and just talk about how important it is to follow exactly what SwipeTrades tells you to do? Because you have a swipe trade that comes through and it's telling you a 2-cent lot size. You got people doing 20-cent lot sizes and they're saying that SwipeTrades doesn't work. No, the customer doesn't work because they're not following directions. So you mind hitting on that?
Yeah, of course, yeah. So guys, when we first got on this call, the whole point of creating SwipeTrades was to help you guys. Like, we're here to help you. Our whole team of traders, phenomenal traders, are here to help you guys basically eat. You know what I mean? I've heard stories, countless stories, guys at conventions. Maybe they're here right now, but I heard one guy told me his story. He's originally from Africa, living here. He was working with Liberty Mutual, and he got laid off last year. It's just the reality of the economy we live in. But and he's able to pay his bills and give money back to his family in Africa thanks to swipes and iMarkets Live. So the stories are out there and the products are working. It's just a matter if you want to make it work. It's very crucial and important to listen to what we say. To respect what we say, because at the end of the day, we are here to help you, and we are working hard and diligently behind the scenes to kind of protect you guys, the user, because at the end of the day, honestly, me and my team are taking most of the trades on our own accounts as well. And, we're seasoned, we have experience. I've been personally mentored myself from Christopher Terry, spent countless hours and hours with him on the charts and stuff. So, we're here to help you. So it's very important to understand that the market can do whatever it wants, whenever it wants to. But at the end of the day, through our technical analysis and stuff, we kind of protect you guys as far as, all right, move the stops here, take profits here, move the stops here, take profits here. It's all a matter of, protecting you guys and making sure you really do that. Because like I said, Lawrence, I've heard the same thing where people are like, hey, You know, I'm kind of like losing a little bit here and there. I'm like, but are you taking solidifying profits? They're like, no. Are you moving to stop loss? Oh, that could be it. Are you doing market execution instead of waiting for the limit? I've heard that story a couple of times too, where it'll be like a sell limit, and they'll get a trade, and they'll see sell, and they'll be like, all right, I'll market execute the sell, not knowing that limit is 40, 50 pips away, and they're saying, oh, well, I closed that trade because, you know, it didn't end up working, and the trade wound up going into profit off the limit and stuff. So a couple of things, guys, but just make sure to answer the question, Lawrence. Always follow the directions that we give to the best of your ability. I understand sometimes people may be sleeping, so on and so forth, when we do send out an alert, but at the end of the day, guys, just do your diligence, and, you know, we're here to help you guys, and just follow the best that you can. Cool. So let's go. In order for us to maximize profits and minimize risk when it comes to SwipeTrades alone, do you recommend that we get in on 100% of all trades sent out? Assuming we did exactly that for the month of March, we would have ended up with 1268 pips, correct? Just want to make sure I understand. Yes, that is correct. We did 1268 net pips. For those of you on the call, how we count pips is from our limits or entry distance to an update that we send out, or distance to a take profit, and we minus the losses out of that total amount. So, you know, we don't falsify anything or anything like that. We're not lying about an entry. We literally execute the trades on our accounts and, you know, see fit and give that results. But to answer the question, if you were to take 100% of the trades last month, yes, 1268 pips. Is it realistic that you can get 100% of the trades? It is realistic, but most people, you know, sometimes are sleeping. I know for myself, I'll see a trade in the middle of the night, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, and I won't be able to get it. But at the end of the day, you know, most of them are winners. So if you do follow directions, do follow them, the best that you can, you're still going to walk away in some profit. You know, results not typical. I'll put a disclaimer on that as well. Even though I'm new, all my friends are telling me not to start at 0.12 lot size. Would you recommend it since we've been doing so well? Darius B, I mean, would I recommend it since we've been doing so well? That's kind of hard to answer, but I would have to say no. One, and two, I'd have to ask what the position size is, because if a 0.12, and it's all depend on you. So guys, real quick, I'm gonna go over into some risk management real quick. I have a video on this, it's my YouTube as well, but I'm gonna touch on this real quick, just using Darius as an example. So Darius, let's say you had a $1,000 account, right? A $1,000 account balance. And I enter and I see a trade that says 0.03 lot is 1% risk. Oops, 1% risk on $1,000. Well, it's up to you guys what percent risk you wanna lose on your account. What I would recommend is that 2 to 3 range, or the 1 to 3 range. Like if you want to go above 3, you're high risk, because especially with SwipeTrades, you got to understand, you know, you can go to 5% if you want, very high risk, but at the end of the day, you got to understand SwipeTrades is giving out, sometimes you have 3, 4, 5 different trades rolling at the same time. If you do 5% on every single one of them trades, and let's just happen that 3 out of the 5 are losers, well, that means your account is now down 15%. Whereas if you did 1 to 3% on each one, it wouldn't be that big of a hit or a loss that you guys are seeing. That's why risk management is crucial. So not to start at 0.12, it's up to you. Let's say, Darius, let's say as an example, I'm willing to risk, right, to risk 3%. 3% of my balance, which is equal to what? What's 3% of $1,000? It's $30, right? So if I lose $30 in this trade, and guys, please pay attention. We're gonna have a recording of this, but this is gonna make your life so much less stressful, in my honest opinion, because I've seen it so many times before. I mean, Lawrence can agree, like, oh my God, this trade's like in drawdown. I don't want to hit stop loss. And you're watching it and you watch it keep rising, like, man, it's getting to that stop loss. I want to go to bed. It's because you're not following the right risk management. You know what I mean? If you follow the right risk management, set the parameters, set the stop loss, you can sleep comfortable at night, because you told yourself, all right, if I lose $30 in this trade, I lose $30. I can go to bed, I can go to sleep comfortably, whatever. So if I'm willing to risk 3% of my balance, and a 0.03 is 1%, that means a 0.09 is 3%, right? 0.09 is 3% risk on my $1,000 balance. So to answer your question, Darius, not to start at a 0.12, it all depends on, 1, your discretion, what percent risk you want to get on your balance, 2, what your balance is, and then just follow the risk doing that way. That's the best way that I can answer that question. Will there be more SwipeTrades alert going out in the future? Yes. If you did all trades but let it hit take profit 1, would you make profit overall, do you think? Yes. How would it not? How would it not? Most of the trades are hitting the take profits. If you just let it ride at take profit 1, that's fine and good. I read somewhere before, I think it was an educator, Stephen Greger, used a math equation or something, catching 5 to 10 pips a day at a 2% risk consistently, like profit that day. In 24 months, disclaimers, that's not typical. I'm not saying it is what it is, but it's close to, based on math and statistics, it's close to 7 figures in 2 years, catching 5 to 10 pips a day. So if you're letting it take profit 1, boom, all right, all my trades are going to take profit 1. I know that's the most that's getting hit most of the time. You're going to come out and profit. Today there was a sell stop for EURCHF, but the stop hasn't been triggered. Should we delete it before SwipeTrades alert to delete it? Use your discretion, but once again, follow the traders and what they're doing. Trust me, myself and the team know what we are doing when it comes to that. Wait for the alert for it to delete it. And you never know if news is going to come out. Euro news might be tonight. News might shift it to the downside. It could drop 100 pips easily in an hour. Sometimes we've seen on news. So it could activate that limit and hit its targets. You never know. So just wait for the trader to make that decision and follow that. Rod Wiggins, what's up with SwipeTrades Plus? That's supposed to be coming out. Yes, it is. It's going to be coming out. Building the platform another 3-4 weeks. But we'll see. It is coming out though, guys. I'm very excited. We have back-end stuff going on, but just stay tuned for that announcement. It'll be coming out shortly. So also on IMO Academy, it says 0.01 per 100. That's risk. Yeah, it's all related to risk. As beginners in IML, should you have any knowledge how to read the chart? This will help to see the alerts will work, or just believe blind in the alert. John, a good question. I believe, and this from a trader standpoint, that you should know the basics, just like you need to know the basics in anything. If you go to a job or a career or a field that you didn't get into, like let's say you weren't in sales before, but you're just jumping into sales, how do you expect to be good at that or take advantage of their compensation plan or their sales tools if you don't know the basics of sales? Honestly, obviously you're going to need to learn the basics to make it through. Just as like here, I recommend just doing the beginner's course, hopping on a basic session on IML TV. Hop on a basics, you'll get it within a week, maybe 2 weeks, but it's going to take your analysis and your trades and your profits to the next level, because you're going to understand what buy limits are, sell limits, how to enter a trade, how to exit a trade, so on and so forth. So my recommendation is, yes, you should have a little bit of knowledge on how to read the chart. Do you recommend setting expiration date? No, not needed. We just send updates to delete the trade. SwipeTrades gives us good info, but we need to know, depending on what this info came, to not understand the question, but we need to know, depending on what this info came. We just send all the info, entry, stop loss, take profit. If it's an update, obviously you don't enter a trade, you don't market execute a trade when an update comes out. I've seen the question a lot of times, like there's fields missing in this alert. I'll get it from the programmer, a question that somebody emails in. And I'll be like, well, that's an update. We don't need to fill in all the fields for an update unless we say to update the stop loss, which is usually there or in the notes. So, the info is usually all there. When is the new swipe trade about, and what will the fee be? Not sure, new swipe trade. We're just adding a lot more value, access to 5 more traders, beast traders. I'm telling you, like, these guys, man, they making me hungry for more. I could tell you that. If you guys can't hear the SwipeTrades alerts, sign up for email alerts. Yes, Guillermo, I hope I said that right. Perfect. Email alerts works as well. You can get, I know my Gmail just went off and went zing, so you can get that as well. When new enhancements for SwipeTrades address the challenge of those who work to be able to catch more trades via automation, I do not believe so, but new enhancements are coming. I know I sent an update out for enhancements coming where, you're not just going to get 5 back alerts. You're going to be able to have access to 500. Being that said, through technology, through the server, not deleting those trades is going to also give us less time to send in between alerts as a team. Right now, we send alerts every 25 to 30 minutes. That time is also going to be lower, so we can get more stuff out to you guys as well. So enhancements are coming. What are the parameters on my moving averages on the chart? Good question. Tune into IMO TV in 20 minutes and go over that. But no, they're just too simple. I mean, it's like an 8 and 18. What was that you used to calculate the green and red indicator? So guys, I do all my analysis on TradingView. It's simple. This red and green indicator is just a sell position, buy position, where the green is like the distance you want to do profit in, and the stops obviously is, you can see right here, 2.6. It's a stop loss of 26 pips. If you were to enter here, and your target down here is 140, 130. Approximately how many alerts per day? I noticed that the most alerts coming in the midnight. Sometimes they do, sometimes they're coming during the day. It depends honestly what the market's doing that day. Douglas says, if you also have an Apple Watch, it can vibrate on your wrist to let you know there's an alert in case you don't hear the phone. Awesome. If you have an Apple Watch, that's good to know. Is it wise to hold a trade even though it's looking like it's going to reach stop loss until the team sends an update? My analysis is, yeah. I mean, you know, I've seen it plenty of times. Like, for instance, Sarah, we want to go here, and I send an entry to sell USD CAD right here, and I have the stop loss set right here, right? And you're seeing it's almost going to hit stop loss, and you don't want to lose that money. Again, it's all matter of risk management. If you're asking like if it's going to reach stop loss, should I close before that? That indicates to me as a trader that I'm not following the right risk management, because I already told myself I'm willing to, if it hits stop loss, I'm willing to take that loss comfortably. But at the end of the day, to answer the question, see here, if we set the stop loss to this line, you can see it just barely touches it, and then what's it do? Boom, we get the goods going, and that drop sell comes into play, and we get those pips. So my recommendation is just let it roll until you see an update from a trader. How do you enter a sell or buy market trade? Good question. Very simple, guys. When you go to your MetaTrader 4 app, I'm going to type this out again. Guys, apologies. I thought this up. I don't know why. It's just when I went to go share my screen, like straight from my phone, it goes right to the Zoom. It said something about some software thing or something, and I thought it was fine and good, so apologies. But we'll type this out to answer the question right here. So how do I buy, sell, market by execution? So when I go to my MetaTrader 4 app, right? I obviously, well, I choose my pair like I always do. So let's say example AUD USD. And when you choose that pair, when you click trade, it's going to come up with a screen. In the top center, it's automatically going to say market execution. Execution. And at that point, there's going to be a bottom where it's going to say buy. It's going to have a blue button, and it's going to have a red button, buy or sell. That's your market execution. Make sure at the top center, it says market execution, and you just click whether it's buy or sell. Cool. Simple enough. How do I calculate number of pips? 1 on my history. On a trade that closed a profit, example, 1.23, 150, 1.22, 650. Take profit was a 22650. Yes, that's a trade I called out. It's 50 pips. This is basic stuff. Pips are counted to the 4th digit. So if you think 150, that's actually 15 to get to 1.2300. And then 23 minus obviously 65 is another 35 pips. 35 plus 15 is a 50 pip move profit on that pair. Which is why we sent an update that said Euro USD is 50 pips in profit. So good stuff there. Awesome. Answering a lot of questions. Love it, guys. Love it. So real quick, guys, I'm going to end it off. Just post some questions if you guys want. I'm actually eyeing up this trade. I'll give you guys a little bit of nuggets here and there before I hop on this I'm on TV session, get myself in the groove and the mood for, you know, educating. I do every Tuesday and Thursday night if you guys want to tune in here. What I'm going to do is I always start with a daily time frame. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'll give you the goods. Is I have a simple moving average. It's a simple moving average, just basically a moving average. Oops, sorry, text. So my red is an 18 moving average, and then my blue is an 8 exponential moving average, EMA. So you got to make sure it's set to the proper MA, EMA. Now, when the red, you can do this in the daily or 4 hour, user discretion. It's not always going to be correct, but most of the time it gives an indication of when the trend is changing. When the red is over the blue, what do you think that indicates? It indicates now sellers are in control. You can obviously USD CAD was on an uptrend here. So as you obviously know how to trade, you can see these higher highs, higher lows, and you can see it shift here. What I'm looking here is I see this cross, and I'm looking at the market telling me a story. And what the story is telling me is the size of these daily candles indicates to me that there's a lot of sellers pressure. This is just a confirmation that, all right, see how it retests that red? I call it the first touch. First touch, and you can see USD CAD past day drop to the floor based on that. Now, what I'm going to eye up on this pair is if we were to analyze this here, just like this. Let me get this out of the way. For those of you who don't know how to use Fibonacci, we go over that also in the trading as well. You can see that this rejected off a 38.2 right here. So when you see this was a clean trade. If you executed off the 38.2, would have caught the entire move down. Clean, kind of risk-free, like see how it retests. Next day, drops here. So, but Justin, how do we find, if we miss this move, how do we find the next move? Well, I'm going to take this daily high. You see the wick with the wick. Daily high of the white candle, which is a bearish candle. If you have a red candle, whatever candle you have, meaning a seller's candle, I'm going to take the daily high, daily low. 4 hour time frame, I'm going to see and match up where certain areas in the market are at. So you see the 618? It's close to a support area right in here. What I mean by support area is you can see that the market was bouncing off of here, couldn't break it here, and then it finally breaks it. And for those of you who do know, when it breaks support, it comes as newfound resistance. There's a good area to short right there at that 618. And if we go to the past and look on the daily, you can see it's been respected so many times before. You can see there's major resistance even inside of here, just like this. So obviously I'm seeing a move to the downside on USD CAD to play out to finish the week. And that should be a good one. That blue line I have drawn there has been a major line I've had drawn for a couple weeks now. So it should be fine and good. But Lawrence, man, that's going to I'll end it there. Answer most of the questions. If you want to end the call, ask some questions. Feel more than free. But I think we got it. I think we got it all done.
Man, you did a fantastic job, my friend. That's all I do know. And maybe next time we do it, when you have your phone that's available for people to actually take a peek at, that'll probably help out a little bit more. But I think people got some really good gold nuggets today, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have you come on here just to take time from your family. I know you got the 9 o'clock IML TV hour coming up. So if those you guys who are on subscription, make sure you tap into the IML TV. If you're not tapped into the IML TV, you're really missing the boat. That's actually what you are paying for, is the education and skill sets to allow you to actually understand this stuff better. So I can't thank Justin enough for jumping on and reaching out to me. Again, everything you do does not go unnoticed. I mean, I can't tell you how many people who literally don't even want to learn how to trade, use your services, and actually are allowed to, pay for their cell phone bill or pay for their house or their car. And again, it's all because of the courage you took to actually go out there and step. They say many are called, but only a few are chosen, right? You're the chosen one to do it. So I definitely appreciate you, my friend, for doing that. And we'll make sure we get this recording posted not only in the IML Elite, but also our other pages and chats, et cetera, et cetera. Make sure you guys share this information. So Justin, hey, man, can't thank you enough, man, for everything you do. And I'm really looking forward to this academy, man. I think that's going to really take us next level, having the academy where, basically gives you a curriculum right out the gates on what it is to do, how to understand swipe trades better. Because I get some people who ask me certain questions like, I don't understand this, or I don't understand how do you put in a trade? What's a market execution? A lot of things like that. And I think this Swipe Trade Academy will just be lights out, man. So again, that's very, very smart. Very smart.
It's going to be good. Well, awesome, man. Guys, I appreciate your time. I know we maxed out at 200, but we are going to get this out to as many people as possible, post it in all the groups, and then we'll obviously be doing this again in the future. Whether it's once a month, once every other week or whatever, we're going to help you guys, and I'm here dedicated to help every single team within IML and every single customer within IML profit efficiently with the SwipeTrades app. So we're here for you guys. At the end of the day, I appreciate all of you.
Awesome, man. Well, I can't thank you enough, Justin. Definitely appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. We got the man, the myth, the legend himself signing off. Jump on IML TV if you have to. And put in the chat here. Put in the chat 777 if you got some good content from Mr. Adams today. 777 if you got some good stuff today. 777. Let's see those sevens rack up. That's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, share this video with your friends, your partners. Let's get this information out to some people so they can get tapped into these sources. So with that said, my name is Lauren Chung. I see you guys either at the top or I see you from the top because the bottom is way too crowded. Catch you guys later on.